Hello folks! Welcome to the first edition of the Full Clark Press, covering the NBA with expert-ish analysis, lukewarm takes, and the musings of one Alex Clark. Today on the Full Clark Press, I'm talking about the top 3 off-seasons in the Eastern Conference thus far. The top 3 according to who? This guy. And to kick it off, a quick honorary mention to the Boston Celtics. They didn't crack my top 3, but they played it patient and played it right this offseason. Most of last year's team is going to return, and we should finally see this team at full strength. No need to mess around with something with so much potential. Danny Ainge continues to rule over the NBA and laugh feverishly with his horde of picks. Getting into the top 3, I'll start with the surprise team of 2017, the Indiana Pacers. They didn't make a ton of real splashes in the offseason, but they made a number of under-the-radar moves that'll push this team above 50 wins. Their biggest offseason get just put up 19 points last year while shooting about 40% from deep, Tyreke Evans. He could serve as the team's 6th man and give the team a constant scoring threat between him and Oladipo. They also added Dougie McBuckets for more shooting, as well as a random NBA 2K favorite of mine, Kyle O'Quinn. It's weird, I can drain mid-range shots with him over and over. Whatever. Thaddeus Young opted in as well, and they're looking like a team that's going to have home court in the first round of the playoffs next year. Beyond that, they're positioned with some serious cap space in 2019, with a solid base of young dudes others might want to play with. And number 2 on the list, the Toronto Raptors. All sorts of emotions and drama and emojis wrapped up in this one, but at the end of the day, I love the moves by the Raptors. The biggest transaction, obviously the Fred VanVleet re-signing, and then there's also the whole Kawhi for DeMar trade. And in my book, this trade is cojones at work. I like the deal for both sides, particularly for Toronto. You absolutely cannot stay stagnant in the NBA. Another rally of the DeRozan Raptors likely would have resulted in another great regular season, but their ceiling was only so high. Maybe a LeBron-less East makes a difference, but Boston's also a beast, and the 76ers core is only going to get better. Adding Kawhi is a boom or bust move. Boom, and you sign a top 5 player to a long-term deal and compete for championships. Bust, and the guy leaves, and you're still at where you were before, not winning championships. Only this time around, a rebuild would be expedited come 2020. And come next year, if Kawhi is that ridiculous basketball player we remember from not that long ago, the Raptors are dangerous and one scary defensive squad. And who tops the list? The best offseason in the East according to this random guy. The Hawks from Hotlanta, folks. Yes, the team that won 24 games last year and may very well win 22 games this year. Between the draft and a couple of trades, Atlanta has had their eyes stuck on the future the last couple months. The biggest addition is unquestionably the team's newest starting point guard, Trae Young out of Oklahoma. The rub on this guy is that he's constantly going to be compared to Luka Doncic. Atlanta traded down from number 3 to get Dallas's 5 pick, as well as their 2019 first rounder. The popular opinion is that Doncic will be the better basketball player, and maybe that's right. But what if it's the opposite, or what if both guys are really good? Regardless of the comparison, Young's got a ton of upside in today's NBA. He's got star power to go along with it. He's got the minutes to develop this season since they dealt Schroeder. He's got a veteran hair game on point guard to show him the ropes. And he brought along that 2019 Dallas pick along with him. That pick could easily turn into the 8th to 12th pick next year for Atlanta, a pick they can use after their own, which will likely be in the top 4. Not to mention, they also have Cleveland's 2019 pick, which is top 10 protected, which they have a shot of getting. As a result of this offseason, they established a solid young core in Young, Collins, and Prince. They freed up a ton of long-term money in dealing Schroeder and Wade and Carmelo. They got an excellent pick for next year's draft, and as long as they stay the course and hum along for a sub-25 win season, then we're looking at a very interesting team in a few years. And you know what? That wraps it up. Thanks so much for tuning in. Did I miss a team? Did I nail it? Am I totally full of it? Anything's possible. Pop a comment down there and let me know. Check out the Full Clark Press on Twitter or YouTube. hit one of those follow buttons to boost my self-esteem. And have yourself a fine day. Later. Thanks.